Okay, welcome to what is now video number 7, and in this video I'm going to show you how to add in a menu at the end of the game and give us options to quit or restart, but we're also going to have to reset our scores. So as we go along, we'll take our time, we'll do some testing and modify things as and when they occur. So the first thing I need to do is have a new scene. So I click Project Manager, add a new scene, go back there, rename it, and I'll call it death_scene. And if I click death scene, it'll pick the scene for me. So I need to change the color of the background first of all. So right click, scene properties. What color will I make the screen? I'll make it that color. And I click OK. So it'll be that pinkish color. But of course, I need to put some objects on the screen. So I'll add a new object. It'll be a sprite. I'll call it dead. Add the animation. Edit a Piskel. Let me drag my screen across. I'll very quickly draw in the character we've been using on our game. And I will change the color to rough approximation of what we've been using. Then I'll change that to white. Pop that in there. I'll change the pen and I'll change the color to red, and I'll draw 2 crosses in to show that he's dead. And I'll click save and I'll click apply. I can drag my object onto the screen. So there's my object on the screen. I should probably add the score in. So I'll add a new object, text, score. I'll change it to, we'll go for 50 and bold. And I can drag score onto the screen. We'll want to start. We'll want some new buttons there for the start and end and restart and quit game. So I'll add a new object. I'm just going to go for a sprite. I'm going to call it quit. Add an animation. Edit with Piskel. And I will just color it in that color. It's not the best color, but I'll save that. Click apply. I'll duplicate it and call it restart. So restart and quit buttons. I'll add some text. I'll add some text for them. So I'll call it, this will be quit, and I'll quit underscore, because I've already made a name of that, quit underscore text, and I'll do press Q to quit. I'll duplicate that and I'll call it restart underscore text, and I'll do press R to restart. So this is stuff we've already done to date. So I've made a new scene, made an object just that looks like our character that's dead. I've made a new text called score, and then I'm going to drag quit onto the screen, and I can drag quit text on top of it. I'm rushing here. We can, you know, you can make it look nicer. I can drag the restart button. I could probably have just not duplicated the button, to be honest. And I'll do press R to restart. So that looks like everything we need for the main screen. So now I need to go to my events for this. Add a new event. So the first thing I'm going to need to do is carry the score over. So score, modify the text of a score, and equals set to, and the value will be like we've always been doing, score plus the global variable or a string, and we called it score in our original. Oh, that typo there. Let me global variable string, and I type in score. Okay, it's not underlined, so that must have done it correct. So I click OK. So if I now play my game, and let's have a look how we've done. I know I've been going quite fast. So the score's gone up, 1 death, 2 deaths. Okay, and it's quit. So that's because I haven't changed on my event screen. I need to change global variable, life's less than 1. I need to get rid of that, so I can delete that. Add a new action in. And scene, change the scene to my death scene and click OK. We had it set to quit. So I press play again. And 1, 2, end screen, and it's kept my scores 2. And now I've got options on what I want to do. What we can do here is I could put a condition in scene at the beginning of the scene, set the score to that, replicate the score, that carry the score over. Then basically the next thing I need to do is add a new event, and so this is similar to what we've done elsewhere. It's on a key press. So add a condition, other conditions, keyboard, a key is pressed, and we'll do quit. Q. So when the Q is pressed, we can go to scene, quit the game, click OK. I'll add a new event in, add a condition, the same again, keyboard, when a key is pressed, the letter R for restart, click OK, and this time the action will be to go back to level 1. So scene, change the scene, level 1, and we can click OK. So that should now work. Let's just play the death scene. So my death scene's there. If I press Q, the game quits. If I press play again, if I press the letter R, the game restarts. But let's take a look at some of the scores and lives and stuff they're going to carry forward probably. So scores 1, 2. Okay, so I've died. My score was carried over. If I press R, it won't restart. But if you can see in the background, it's because the lives are still 0. So so when I restart the game, it's looping continuously because this is 0. So we've done all we can in this screen. So we need to go back to our level 1 events and add the new condition in. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to do, just because this is a new thing we started doing, a new group, and I'm going to call it start scene. Now start scene, things like this, blockers, should really go into the start scene. So start scene, and I'll drag the condition over, and what we need to do is at the beginning of the game, so as the game starts, I need to add the condition and that will be scene, at the beginning of the scene, and I will want to the problem we had was lives, wasn't it? So I can do add a condition, other actions, variables, global variables, the value of a global variable, and life set to 3. So basically what we've said is when at the beginning of the scene, change the global variable of life to 3. So if I try playing the game now, score's gone, correct, and this should end, and if I press R, the game started again, my lives are 3, but my score hasn't reset, so I've now got a score of 4, 5, and I should die on the next one. Okay, when I press restart, my lives are 3, yeah, and the score's carrying on from the last screen, 1, 2, 7. So if I press restart, it'll probably go to 8. Okay, so what we need to do is add a new action in here. This is straightforward enough. Add an action, and it'll be on the variables, and it'll be global variables, value of a global variable, and score set to 0, and okay. So when the game starts, set it to 0. So let's give that a try. So I've died, and my score was 2. So it shouldn't go to 3, it should go to 0. So this should be 1 now when I hit it. Correct. And there we have lives, and if I press Q, so there we've got a end screen and a starting again screen. So I think that's pretty much it. I think probably the next lesson is that we could add in some sound. We could probably add in some sound now. Actually, it's straightforward enough. I've downloaded a sound file already, so if I was to do players in collision of a coin, it's very straightforward. We would add an action, other actions, audio, player sound. I've already, you can choose a file, so you can pick a location of a file. So here's one, winning a coin. I click open that. It asks me, do I want to copy it to the project? I have to say yes, and then I can volume and pitch, but I can change that, but that's all I need to do. So play the sound and don't loop it. So if I now play the game, it plays the sound. So it really is as straightforward as that to add sounds to the game. So I think that pretty much covers everything for us. If I can think of anything else, I'll put a new video in. Thank you for listening.